Welcome back to Innovative Instructional Technologies. What I'm going to share today is I just covered the previous video. We were discussing our multimedia assignments, and there are two parts to the multimedia assignments. The first one again is to download essentially 3 videos into a folder on your computer somewhere, and show them to me, and then of course make links to your website so that I'm just trying to show you how to make an actual link from a website to a specific video that you may want to use in a classroom sometime in the future. But here is go to the methods component here on this website and click on multimedia, and this is assignment 1 that I just discussed, and we are now in assignment 2, which is I call it the tabletop movie making project. However, it's kind of a misnomer because this is a creative element of this class. So let me kind of share that with you. In this particular class, I have, I'm sure you've heard of Daggett's Rigor and Relevance, and this is Rigor and Relevance framework. You can see that this is Bloom's taxonomy on the left, and as we go up the scale, you can see that creating is the highest element, and in tabletop movie making, this gives you in that particular level of knowledge easily in the creating part. And the goal for using this particular chart is to be in the adaptation quadrant here. That's the D quadrant. That's the goal. And to get there, first of all, you need to be in at least analyzing or up to creating. That's the students. And then if you notice down at the bottom, you can see in the application component, you can see knowledge in one discipline, all the way to apply knowledge to a real-world, unpredictable situation, and that would be the 5. So your ultimate goal is to be up here. And I'm pretty sure that the tabletop movie making would meet the applied knowledge to a real-world, unpredictable situation with the application of more than one discipline. You can integrate social studies, math, history, just about any subject that you want to do. And don't forget art, because there's the character drawing, coloring, creating the background, the sets, and there's a lot of art component in that. So that's a wonderful way to take that in consideration. Back to the web page here. At the very top, this is let me kind of share with you a couple of things that you may need prior to doing this. And one of those things is you need to have Movie Maker download on your computer. And usually to check, this is kind of what it looks like if you go to your Start menu, and it should be Windows. This is the one, Live Movie Maker, and you click on that. Now, maybe it'll open. And this is what the Live Movie Maker looks like. You can see that, and this is free. It's absolutely free. And if it's not installed on your computer, what you need to do is go to this link underneath Assignment 2. If you go down to this link where it says Get Movie Maker Download, and you can click on that. And you can see that it's available for use in Windows 8.1, 8, and Windows 7, or even XP. You can see that Windows Vista. It has the version of Movie Maker for each one of those operating systems. So, and it's a simple download and install. Done it many, many times in the classroom for those pre-service teachers who don't have it installed. Now, in order to install this on your classroom, when you get your classroom, and you probably don't have administrator rights on those computers in a classroom, but it's not difficult to get to request someone to install it or to give you access so that you can install it on your classroom computer so that the students may be able to use it in the classroom. So that may be one of the obstacles that you have to overcome, but it's not a difficult one in any stretch of the imagination. I have let me kind of share with you the rubric for this thing. If you click here, the rubric will come open, and this is an example of the rubric that I use for this particular class. I'm not that particular with meeting all the criteria in this rubric for your video, but you may want to use this sometime in the future with your students, and that's why I have the rubric. And whenever you're doing a project-based learning project, you have to have authentic assessment, and this is probably one of the best methods of authentic assessment to use is a rubric. So, but that's what the rubric is about. For grading, and here's the process: you organize a group with other pre-service teachers. You develop your video, and then you take your video, establish a YouTube account, log on, create an account, upload the video. Someone in your group or yourself upload the video to YouTube. Then make a link to your Weebly website, which is another one of the assignments, is the website creation. And that way I know when you're finished with it, I'll see it on your website when I'm grading everyone's website. And that's the ePortfolio component also. So let me get to the actual video that I'd like to share with you. This is an excellent example of a teacher that created the video.
Oh, I know that I have several students who are interested in drama, and that's probably for most classrooms. Students who are so fascinated by film or fascinated by acting. And so I thought, well, first of those students, that it would be something engaging for them. Then I started thinking, well, also, I think it would be engaging for everyone, because it's a really good way to bring language arts, I guess, into a more tactile dimension. This is kind of like a lab almost for language arts, where they can take what we've learned about stories and what we've learned about speaking skills and voices and intonation and everything, and then do it and use it to create a product. The story writing and the writing process was fun, I think, for the kids and for me, because I could walk around group to group and conference with each group while the others are engaged. I didn't have to worry about many behavior problems or anything, because kids were just interested. It was such an intrinsic motivation like I haven't seen with any other project I've done. They can touch things and they can move things, they can get out of their seats, and they have a really exciting end goal. They knew it since the first day that we were going to have a film festival, and that sounds really cool. And the multidimensional aspect of the assignment or of the project gave everybody something that they could succeed in and something that they had to work hard in to improve. They always had group roles, and every class it would rotate so that everybody had a chance to have a different role. We filmed 17 movies in 2 days. Yeah. It was very hectic having all the kids cycle through to film in a short class period. Nice job. Round of applause for this group. And Francisco's group, come on up and get set. Do you need a different character since she's falling over? Yes, can you go and check on him, see if he's going to be ready soon?
Oh my gosh, my hair, Edward.
Oh, please don't make another Twilight book.
And so they really had to be practiced, and I drilled that into their heads for a long time. When we're filming on that day, you only have this much studio time, and you can't go over. I'm going to cut you off. They were able to just flip their setting in the book, and then magically they're at their next place. And then if they want to go back to the original place, they just flip it back, and that's it. They realized that at the very beginning their movies were just an idea, and they had to figure out how is that idea in my head going to be communicated to the audience.
And then
Then she comes into view. Where's the car?
okay.
Kirsten's still with the car?
I think for me that was actually one of my most beautiful moments as a teacher that I've ever had at that film festival. And looking around and seeing my kids watch what they've created, how much they've learned about writing an engaging story, watching them laughing and proud of what they had done. I mean, it's so heartwarming as a teacher to see your students proud of what they've done. For teachers that really want to get in there and do something wonderful for their kids, even if it requires a little more work from them, that this is great.
It is great. But that is an example of tabletop movie making. I also like to introduce the concept of response to literature. Now, you can do a response to literature also, in addition, using tabletop movie making, or you can go off on your own. Like I said, there's a down at the bottom here. There is examples of students' work. This is a good one, the PEMDAS, and I'll show you a quick run through on that video. I've had students that actually create a video using Pharrell Williams' "Happy," and they danced across Tusculum's campus just as they were just into this, and and I'm all about their creativity. aspect of this project. So this I will use this as a final too, by the way. But this is let me kind of show you another website here. This kind of demonstrates a little bit more. This is where you can actually, if you want to, you don't have to do this, but if you want to purchase this at some point in time in the future, you can purchase these kits. I think they're $49 for each of the kits. And as you scroll here are examples of the characters that come with the kit. Now, I have found the artistic level of students to be very, very good, and they generally create their own characters. And you can see that here's an example of really good The Walking Dead, I think, concept here behind here. That's a zombie, I guess, in the background. Really morbid. But you can see some of the creativity that could exist in the creation of these videos. But that's all this website is about, is just kind of introduce a little bit more in depth about tabletop movie making. Let me kind of go down to the bottom here, and I want to show you a couple of videos. Here's a video that demonstrates the response to literature using tabletop movie making, and that's not that one. Let me go back and show you. Here it is, and this is kind of definitely a response to literature. Kind of, you'll see what I'm talking about as you watch this.
Sure, I'll be waiting down the path. Why does Lucy have to have everything? She's wealthy, pretty, and everyone likes her. Life would be so much better if I weren't always lost in Lucy's shadow. I told you I'd get you back. Now that you're dead, I can burn your body. She's gone. Who? Lucy. She's just gone. Tell me exactly what happened. We were at the top of Lookout Point, and Lucy looked down over the edge. She mumbled something about diving off and how she couldn't get hurt. Then she had to go to the bathroom, and I waited down the path for her. Soon after, I heard a splash. Why did I do it? What have I done?
The name of that book, I think, is Death by Landscape, and it is on the actual approved reading list for a particular school district in California. This is kind of discussed in a little bit greater detail in our first actual reflection assignment, which is the second week of this course. But that's another example of what it looks like. Let me go bring this back up, and I want to show you how you can use this by integrating math into the concept. This is about the PEMDAS. I mentioned it earlier. I'll scroll through this very quickly so that you can.
Teacher, I need your expertise. I don't understand this problem. Can you help me, please? I don't know what to do. I'm looking at this problem and I'm feeling really confused.
Confused? Let me break it down for you.
Parentheses, exponents, multiply or divide, add, subtract, easy as that. Use PEMDAS.
Kind of speed it up here. Here's some other props. They use the. But I think these students created every aspect of this one on their own. We had a student, an art major, that participated. That's why you can see all the neat-looking stuff that they created. But that's an example how you can integrate your discipline within one of the tabletop movie makings. The final one that I want to share with you just for a second, I think this one was on YouTube, and they took it off because it violated some copyright rules. So I won't show any. There's so many seconds that you can show a video. But this is a response to literature. This student read a series of books and responded accordingly based on what she read. The culmination of her senior year in high school and a reading of the books that she was assigned. But this is, I'll get through it a little bit more, but it was a really, really good video that she created. really drove home the point of what she was trying to relay to her audience. But that's another example of responsive literature, which is a really good component. I can't say that I'm sure that you can that these students could easily identify the plot, the theme, and the characters, and whatever else that you need them to be able to identify. And using the constructivist theory, this is a great example of how to do this. So to summarize again, the goal is to develop a group. And you need to think about, if you're doing this in your classroom, that the group is using equitable practice measures in the classroom. You may want to integrate that. But for this particular assignment, a group that if you can't create a group, then you can do it individually. However, I prefer that you work with at least 3 other teachers to accomplish this task. I'm not so much interested in the high quality product, but what I am interested in is that you understand each step of the process, so that you can actually duplicate this in the classroom if you need to. It's not difficult. If you remember the video, it's not a long-running project. She completed it in 2 days. I would recommend that you do it a couple times a year, because each time that the students have an opportunity to do this project, they improve, and it's really neat to see the improvement from the first video to the second video and on. But it's an excellent way for students to demonstrate the highest components of rigor. I'm sure you've heard rigor a lot, but it is an important consideration when you're developing lesson plans for your classroom. If you have any questions, again, this page is full of more information about this. If you have any questions about this, please don't hesitate to email me or just contact me in any way that you seem fit, and I can help you. I do have a couple of cameras that I'm more than willing to loan out to you if you need them. Teachers, I think I forgot to mention this. Most teachers use they can use your cell phones, they can use iPads, touch pads to record the videos and upload those videos into Microsoft Movie Maker, or Apple Mac has a really good program that does an excellent job with those videos also. Thank you.